Hey everybody, Sav here. So I have another video for you about Jelani Day. So if you are unaware, because I am kind of late to posting this, it has been determined by the LaSalle County coroner, Richard Plock, that Jelani died by drowning. So I'm going to read this article for you from WLPO. Drowning is how Jelani Day died, according to the LaSalle County coroner, Richard Plock. Plock released that opinion after conducting a forensic autopsy. He says there was no evidence with the 25-year-old's body of antemortem or before-death injuries, such as manual strangulation, an assault or altercation, sharp, blunt, or gunshot injury, infection, tumor, natural disease, congenital abnormality, or significant drug intoxication. Plock's opinion does say there is no specific positive test at autopsy for drowning, and that the examination was suboptimal based upon the degree of decomposition and predation activity while the body was within the river during a period of warm weather. Plock says, out of respect for the family and the continuing investigation, his office will provide no further statements or interviews based on the Jelani Day death. Members of Day's family have been critical of Plock and other investigators, going as far as to say their loved one was murdered. Okay, so I don't like how that was worded. I really do not. Going as far as to say their loved one was murdered. Well, anybody with common sense is going to assume that he was murdered. Going as far as, like, that's so far off? No, it's not. It's literally what you would think of if you have common sense. Anybody with common sense would understand there was foul play involved. It's not far off. Not at all. Okay, so now it is important to note that this is not a factual 100% confirmation autopsy finding. It's not. It's specifically listed as Richard Plock's opinion. Now, it's an expert opinion, I suppose, by definition. But basically, it sounds like they determined drowning specifically based off of exclusion. So they excluded the other causes that you would think of, you know, they listed all of them, like assault, blunt trauma, gunshot, infection, tumor, disease, all of that stuff, drug intoxication, alcohol, you know, all of that. They excluded all of that, and so then that's why they determined that it was drowning. So this is not a fact. We do not know for sure if this is what happens. This is specifically an expert opinion and nothing more. I like to keep my videos as fact-based as possible, but it's very hard because I am very emotionally invested in this case. So I want to speak for a moment. All right. His car, Jelani's car, was found in Peru. All right. And they did not search the river for over a week. It was found on a Thursday, and then the next following Saturday, not like 2 days later, the next Saturday is when they had their actual search. They said that they searched on the day that they found the car. On that Thursday, they said that they did an extensive search. All right. So Peru is not that large. All right, I've lived around here my entire life. Peru is not that large. You can actually cover all of the grounds in less than a week, but not in a couple hours after finding the car, all right? So their extensive search was crap because guess where his body was found? Peru, all right? So if they did an extensive search, you would think one of the first places you would look is in or near the river, all right? They didn't do that. They announced it ahead of time before that Saturday that they finally decided to search based off of a tip or tips that they received, which we don't know what those tips are, but based off of information they received, they determined they needed to do a search in Peru. And shortly after the search started is when they found his body in the river. It would not have been that decomposed had they actually done an extensive search when they found his car. Okay, rant over. So now I'm going to share with you, this is a video from WLPO. It's a live that they did at the Justice for Jelani March today in Peru, Illinois. And I'm going to have the link for the full video. This was a live though. The link for the full video, you can watch it at their Facebook page. They have other posts as well today regarding Jelani. So you can check those out as well. There's other videos from the march. So I'm just going to share this with you now. So here we go.
Now we'll hear from Mrs. Day, if you will, Ms. Day.
No.
I want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. As we are all gathered here to let the world know, not just Peru and LaSalle and Bloomington, but to let the world know that we all want answers about what happened to Jelani here in Peru. Again, I thank all the colleges for coming out and showing up. I also, with Reverend Jesse Jackson, agreed that the coroner's report yesterday and how they said and worded things in the soap to not only myself but to my sons. As I stated today, Jelani was an avid swimmer, and an avid swimmer doesn't drown himself. That's right. Jelani didn't have depression or mental issues. Those are indicative of someone that has suicidal thoughts. That's not what my son had. As I said, he's strong-willed, he was strong-minded. So Jelani ended up here against his will. He ended up in that river against his will. He was drowned against his will.
Yes, he was.
So that is all equivalent to murder.
Yes.
So I need to get answers about what happened to my son.
Yes.
And I thank you all for walking with me and marching with me and letting the world know this is a sign that we're making a sound. Even though it's not, we're not being violent, we're protesting, we're making a sound. We want action. We need the Attorney General office. We need the FBI to get involved because right now we don't have answers. And it's been way too long not to have answers. Too long.
Thank you. I'm Jonathan Jackson. I serve as the national spokesman for the Rainbow Push Coalition. We stand with the Day family today. We stand with the students that are out wanting to have a sense of safety, a sense of security, and a sense of closure. The family simply wants justice, and they deserve answers. This is a proud military veteran family that has served our country abroad, and we want the same justice that we seek abroad right here at home. This is now a multi-jurisdictional investigation, which means to us no one's in charge. This is why we're asking for the Illinois Attorney General to step up, step forward, and to convene and lead this investigation to its natural conclusion. We saw something in Minnesota with George Floyd, and there the Attorney General for the state of Minnesota stepped forward to bring it to its natural conclusion. We're demanding the same thing happen right here in the state of Illinois. Mr. Day, a college student, 25 years of age, happy in a fraternity, had many friends, a very highly active social and public life, contributing member to his campus, a brother with 4 sisters and brothers, was in school, medical school, was matriculating at the proper rate, and then at 9 a.m. is the last time we heard of any sort of communication from his cell phone. 2 days later, the car was found. Another 7, 8 days later, the body was found, and we've had no answers. It was technically found in the Illinois River, which is state property. The Illinois State Agency found Mr. Day, and we want them to step forward and lead the investigation. It's been over 59 days. It's been a week since we've heard back from the Illinois Attorney General, and we're here demanding answers. We want to thank the Peru mayor and the police chief. They will be escorting us today. We are asking all persons in law enforcement and all citizens that know anything about this case to please step forward so we can let this family go on with dignity and a sense of closure. You will now, as we take this route, you will see the license is better than a mile away from where the car was found. You'll see the car is found another mile away from where the lanyard is found. You'll see that the lanyard is another few miles away from where the clothes were found. and the body was found some distance from there. We do not believe that he did this to himself. And in conclusion, it's an insult the way the coroner has issued the report to the mother, to the father, to the family. I don't want to recount all the gruesome details of the decomposition of the body, but this is why we're in Peru today, to seek justice, and we would like an apology also from the coroner.
Yeah.
No family should ever have to go through this. So Ms. Davis, like to say anything else at this time?
And as Jonathan said, when we go along this route, you will see, and I don't know if there's people here that's from Peru, you will see that the location where the car was and how they said where the body was found, where they said the clothes were found, where they said the wallet was found, where they said the lanyard was found. None of these are in the proper distance. None of these are would be anything that Jelani would have purposely drove his car to, took off his license plate, not have his phone, throw away his keys, take off his clothes, and go into a river. Jelani wouldn't have done that at all. So, since this is what they have tried to put in black and white in print to get you to believe, see it with your own eyes. See it with your own eyes. See it with your own eyes and think that when you believe that somebody with common sense would even come all the way to Peru to do something to themselves. So see it with your own eyes. See why I'm so adamant about finding out what happened to my son. If I know that anything that Jelani would have did something to himself, I can accept those things. But my son, he loved life.
Yes.
He had goals and aspirations. He believed in God. He had a strong Christian background. He would have dared did anything to himself. So once again, I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for marching with us for justice. Just please, please, please help me find justice. That's all I'm asking.
Alright, and that's where I'm going to end the video because I think Carmen said everything that everybody needed to hear, and I can't say it any better than she did. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.